You walk into a room you have never entered, and it feels impossibly familiar. You're sure you've been here before, even though you know that is impossible. For a few strange seconds, the present moment feels exactly like an old memory. Then the feeling vanishes, and you are left wondering what just happened. This is déjà vu, French for already seen. Almost everyone has felt it, yet scientists still cannot fully explain it. Surveys suggest around 2/3 of people feel déjà vu at least once. It usually strikes with no warning and lasts only a handful of seconds. Oddly, it is most common in young people and slowly fades as we age. It also shows up more often in people who travel widely, and in those who read a lot or who remember their dreams. For centuries, déjà vu was brushed off as mystical or paranormal. People blamed past lives, premonitions, or a glitch in reality itself. But researchers wanted a real answer, so they went hunting for clues. The first big clue came from a very unexpected place. It came from the brains of people with a certain kind of epilepsy. Some people feel intense déjà vu in the seconds right before seizure. That seizure begins in a brain area tied to memory and familiarity. It pointed scientists straight to the temporal lobes, deep inside your head. Buried there is the hippocampus, which helps build and recall your memories. Right beside it sits a region that flags whether something feels familiar. Normally, feeling familiar and actually remembering happen together, perfectly in sync. Researchers suspect déjà vu is what happens when those two briefly split apart. Your brain shouts familiar while finding no real memory to back it up. One leading idea for this is called the dual processing theory. Perception and memory usually fire together, just a fraction of a second apart. But if that timing slips, a brand new moment can get tagged as old. The present gets misfiled into the past, and it feels like a rerun. So it may be less a glitch in reality and more a glitch in timing. But timing is not the only explanation scientists have put to the test. Psychologist Anne Cleary built a clever experiment to chase a second theory. She made virtual rooms that secretly share the exact same spatial layout. A new scene might match an old one you cannot consciously recall. People explored one room, then entered a different room arranged identically. Again and again, that hidden similarity triggered a wave of déjà vu. Her idea is that familiarity comes from a pattern you cannot quite place. Your brain notices the scene resembles something, but it cannot say what. So you feel you have been here without any memory of when. It is recognition without recollection, a signal with no source attached. And Cleary discovered something even stranger about that eerie feeling. During déjà vu, many people feel they can predict what happens next. It feels as if the future is about to reveal itself to you. But when she tested it, those predictions were no better than random guessing. The sense of knowing the future is just as false as the memory. It is a feeling of premonition wrapped around no real knowledge at all. So if it is all an illusion, why does a healthy brain even do this? Researcher Akira O'Connor scanned people's brains in the middle of déjà vu. He expected the memory regions to light up, but they stayed surprisingly quiet. Instead, the brain's decision-making front lit up like an internal fact-checker. His theory flips everything. Déjà vu may be your brain catching an error. It spots a false familiarity signal and quietly flags it as wrong. In that view, déjà vu is not memory failing, it is memory checking itself. That odd, dizzy feeling might be a sign your mind is working well. The people who never feel it may simply catch fewer of these errors. So next time the present suddenly feels like a rerun, try not to worry. It may just be your brain quietly proving how carefully it remembers.